If this little boy doesn't make it, I'm gonna have words.
Oh no. Hi, I'm Jessa.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Jessa and Alex Watch
House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 10, The Black Queen.
I love the witchy vibes with the broomstick behind you and the all black. It's very dramatic.
I told Jessa I was not wearing this before, but I changed clothes and I said, I'm dressing for Team Rhaenyra. Yes.
I was wearing this before and Alex wouldn't let me change because in one of the early episodes, I was in black and she was in green. So
right. And I had to sit, and it was Allison's perhaps worst episode. And I just had to sit there in green.
So you may be asking yourself, did YouTube hide a video from me? I don't remember seeing episode 9. Here's the thing. We did record an episode 9. Unfortunately, Alex's computer / Zoom, we're not sure who, somebody ate it. Yeah. It's nowhere. It's gone.
And nobody is more upset than we are, okay?
Correct.
Because not only did our reaction get lost, but we had a really good musical bit in there.
We did.
That was perhaps one of the best we've ever done. And I know those might not be what you subscribe to the channel for, but we are devastated at the loss.
So we discussed possibilities. We talked about doing a clip show reaction. If you watched our Rings of Power episodes, you remember that we also had technical issues with that first episode, and we kind of reacted to a clip show as a second go round. But the problem is, for me, that this episode is one that I think was fun to watch in the moment, but kind of fell apart once I thought about it for more than, a minute. Yeah. So I didn't feel like I could react to it again in like a positive and excited way.
Except for perhaps the best part of maybe the entire season, which was Rhaenys bursting through the floor in armor saying, did you forget that I also had a dragon and I could burn this castle to the ground?
It was a great moment. And we did literally scream at the reveal of her armor. But that's another one of the things that completely fell apart for me after I thought of it, because one thing we did not think about at all was the fact that she just killed hundreds of regular people when she burst through the floor.
She did.
I did think that scene between Rhaenys and Alicent was fantastic, where Rhaenys said, you don't want to tear it all down. You just want to put a window in the wall of your prison.
Yeah.
She just called Miss Allie out.
You're still playing a man's game.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, you never wanted to be on the Iron Throne.
Right. And Alicent is being so self-deluded, and she was like, we may not rule, but we can direct the men with a gentle hand from I'm like, ma'am.
And Rhaenys was like, ew. Right then and there, she said, I have never agreed with Rhaenyra once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts, but Alicent sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
She said it right there. She was like, oh, there's no hope for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, we do have to give massive kudos to Olivia Cooke, who has just been phenomenal in every episode. And she was so good in this one. Right. And I think her performance is what tricked me into thinking it was a good episode for as long as it did. Because whenever she's on screen, she's doing so much. Her face is running through like a million different thoughts, and she's struggling with all of the bullshit, and then the way that, again, she deludes herself, and she's like, no, this is fine, this is what I want, this is good, and all of it. So it's never like a bad time when Olivia Cooke is on screen,
No. Like, and again, we like this show, we think the actors are really good, so we liked the episode after we watched it. We just, like, upon reflection, it wasn't our favorite episode in the big scheme of the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited for this episode though, because Rhaenyra is going to be pissed and Daemon is certainly going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And one thing I love is when Daemon's pissed because crazy things happen.
Yeah. Be more unhinged, Daemon, please.
Please. I don't want to see a hinge in sight. Oh, that goes for you too, Ray. I want you a little less hinged too.
Yeah. We've had too much growth. Be a brat again, okay?
Yeah, just
suck it all back in.
All right. Now, your boys, on the other hand, I want them calm, cool, collected, being the sweet ones they are. They were raised right, okay? Harwin raised y'all right. I don't want y'all disappointing Papa.
Exactly.
Oh, and we didn't talk about feet pics.
Oh, right. Wow.
Allie, you are certainly playing the man's game.
Yes, ma'am.
She hasn't popped that thing. She can't go into battle 9 months pregnant.
I don't want Driftmark.
In what way, sweet boy?
Not so perfect.
Oh, she ain't perfect.
Buddy.
Princess Rhaenys has just arrived on Dragonback. She urgently requests an audience with you and...
How have they still not... Oh, I guess Dragonback is the fastest way. Dragonback's the new Raven.
Might we hope for news of Lord Corlys's recovery?
Viserys is dead.
Oof, okay.
David's little ears perked up.
Sure did.
Viserys has been slain.
Guys.
That's what Lord Beesbury said, but this man was...
He was
a walking corpse for like a decade.
Yeah.
I refused her.
And yet you are alive.
Don't come here.
In the dragon pit. I witnessed it myself just before I fled on Meleys.
They crowned him before the masses.
So that the masses would see him as their rightful king.
That whore of a queen murdered my brother and stole his throne, and you could have burnt them all for it.
But that war is not mine to begin. Warning to you out of loyalty to my husband and to my house. The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra. And for your children. You should leave Dragonstone at once.
Daemon, I love this energy you're giving, but I need you to not direct it at Rhaenys. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, honey.
Baby's coming.
It's super early. She's only like 6 months.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't know. She's little.
What was that?
Oh, sorry.
Boys.
Go easier on him.
Yeah. We're not having any of that.
Princess.
Nobody talk to me right now.
My mother has decreed no action be taken while she's abed.
It's good you're here, young prince.
Oh no.
Come with me. I'll show you the true meaning of loyalty.
I don't like that.
So I'm presenting you with a choice.
Caraxi sounded like a freaking bomb going off.
Your long body is so fun, Caraxi.
It's my favorite one because he's a little weird looking dude.
If you support the usurper, speak it now.
Who's speaking that? Daemon.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be honest with you right now.
Princess, let us help you.
Oh, guys. Look, we've had like 4 horrible birth scenes.
Do this alone, Princess. Let us help you.
Girl, no. Please, no.
Oh! at it. I really can't. It's nice not to show up empty-handed, I'll say that.
Where toward the Queen?
Always good to bring a gift. That's Viserys' crown.
Father, no children.
Hey, Rhaenys. Hey, Rhaenys. Up there on that rock. You gonna bend a knee?
I mean, she looks fantastic.
This is such a vibe.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
This is such incredible design. I love this. Art department.
Art department.
Amaze.
You did something. You went off.
Lady of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm.
Rhaenys, we gonna have to have a chat.
Yeah.
With Prince Daemon's acquiescence, I've already sent ravens to Lord Grover.
I like him. He's fun.
That whole family is named after Muppets. There's a Grover and an Elmo and an Oscar. Literally.
George.
Literally.
George.
Stark who forgot an oath, and with House Stark, the North will follow.
Lord Boros Baratheon will need to be reminded of his father's promises.
I hope the Starks are on Team Rhaenyra. That's really gonna be rough for me if they're not.
Lord Cooler sails for Dragonstone.
To declare for his queen.
The Velaryon fleet is in my husband's.
She didn't say that day.
We shall pray for both you and your husband's support, just as we prayed nightly for the sea snake's return to good health.
And our enemies.
We have no friends among the Lannisters. Tyland has served the hand too long to turn against him.
I mean, they're dicks anyway. You don't want them.
To find any allies west of the Golden Tooth.
No. The Riverlands are essential.
Daemon, why are you in a snoot?
The Greens have dragons.
They have
as
3
well.
adults, by my count. We have Cyrax, Caraxi.
We were doing
Do
this
you?
Matt, in
She
the
said
last.
we were.
I also have a score of eggs incubating in the Dragon Mound.
His little
So excited about his little
his
project.
science project. I've got some brewing.
Maybe it's gonna take them a good decade before they're big enough to do anything. I'm so proud of your hobby, but
A lone galleon flying a banner of a 3-headed green dragon.
wow, they made their own banner.
Ew, you don't get to use their dragons for your banner. Yucky.
Ew, ew, Allie.
Ew. Allie, I need you to get it together and get on the side that counts.
Thank you.
Of King Aegon, second of his name, Lord and Protector.
Push him off the bridge. Push him off the bridge. Push him off the bridge. She says, remember when I did this last time?
It was so fun. Oh my god, her little armor. That's where the princess is.
Thank you. This is fun. This is the first time we've seen adult Rhaenyra on Cyrax. Yes?
You rang.
They don't know how to get them off of the dragons. We have not seen one single person dismount.
Dany did it all the time.
She did. Otto, I can't believe you
offering
came
terms.
yourself.
Yeah, I do have real doubt that he could survive this. They have literally a dragon and Otto doesn't have one. They could just kill him right now. So I don't see the benefit of keeping him alive. So
As the legitimate heir to Driftmark, and
Daemon?
all the lands and holdings.
It's like, can I murder, babe? Can I murder now?
please, babe, can I murder?
I would rather feed my sons to the dragons than have them carry shields and cups. For your drunken usurper unto the king.
Although I do think it's a little too soon.
And then there is Stark, Tully, Baratheon,
Houses that have also received and are at present considering generous terms.
Thank you for telling us that they haven't agreed yet.
When King Viserys named me his heir.
Stale oaths will not put you on the Iron Throne.
I would like someone to stab him.
Yeah. Why are you letting him speak?
Regret that you and he were the last to see the truth of it.
You are no more hand than Aegon is king. Fucking traitor.
Come on, go off the handle, Rhaenyra. Come on, come on, come on.
That's what we want from you, babes. It's the piece of paper that she tore out of Alicent's book in the first episode.
Answer now, stuffed in her father's mouth along with his withered cock. Let's end this mummer's farce. Sir Eric, bring me Lord Hightower so I may take the pleasure myself.
Oh, I guess that makes sense why she wouldn't kill him, because of loyalty to Allie. Allie.
Can we kidnap her and forcibly bring her to our side?
Yeah, like Beauty and the Beast.
King's Landing will have my answer on the morrow.
Interesting. Dave's not gonna like that.
No, he's not. It's a hard no for him. Like, he definitely loves her, but also he also wants to be like in the power, you know?
Right.
As queen, what is my true duty to the realm, Lord Bartimus? Ensuring peace and unity.
Daemon is gonna go off the handle.
Talking.
My father's dead. And he chose me as his successor, to defend the realm, not cast it headlong into war.
Well, the enemy have declared war. What are you going to do about it?
Rhaenys is amazing this episode. Just smirking in the background. I don't know what I don't know where she's.
You know, my oath reaches beyond our personal ambitions. A song of ice and fire. The Conqueror's dream. Viserys shared it with me when he named me heir.
Uh-oh. We didn't want this.
My brother was a slave to his omens and portents. Anything to make his feckless reign appear to have purpose.
Well, I'm not having fun anymore. And we can't undo that, Daemon. Jesus.
I never told you. Did he?
That's interesting. That sort of suggests then that he never considered Daemon his heir.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm still reeling from Daemon like choking her. I just, ugh.
Heedless ambition has always been a Velaryon weakness.
You're telling her.
Not you.
You are right, Rhaenys. I reached too far.
She's like, I know, Icarus. Dab that brow.
We will retire to high tide to be content.
Nobody's gonna
And
let
be
you do that.
separated from your grandchildren. That's
Rhaenyra was complicit in our son's death.
She wasn't, though, guys.
Every man standing round the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war. Rhaenyra is the only one who's demonstrated restraint.
The purpose of war is to fill great.
I love this for you, Rhaenys.
Rhaenys speaking up in defense of Rhaenyra's voice is interesting because she's very strongly rejected them. Little cuties.
I know. I can't ship enough.
Yo.
There were other concerns which demanded the prince's attention.
Like his temper.
Mm-hmm.
You're declared allies?
Yes.
Too few to win a war for the throne.
Okay, Corlys.
Also hope to have the support of houses Arryn, Baratheon, and Stark.
Hope is the fool's ally.
Both Arryn and Baratheon share blood with my house, but all of them swore oaths to me.
As did House Hightower, if I remember.
As did you.
Lord Corliss.
I think Rhaenys isn't an idiot. Like, she can also see that her grandchildren are happy with this. Like,
Yeah.
they love them. It's not.
Yeah.
You have the full support of our fleet and house. Your Grace.
I'm so glad that I can rest easy. I was really worried we were going to have conflict there.
As I said to my bannermen, I made a promise to my father to hold the realm strong and united. If war's first stroke is to fall, it will not be by my hand. Does not mean standing fast. I wish to know who my allies are before I send them to war.
I mean, that seems reasonable to me.
Yeah. You really don't want to get in the middle of it and be like, oh, JK, nobody supports me.
If we further seal the gullet, we can cut off all seaborne travel and trade to King's Landing.
I should take Maylis and patrol the gullet myself.
Your relationship is just always so interesting.
I'm gonna cry.
We must first secure the support of Winterfell, the Eyrie, and Storm's End.
As I've been saying.
Send us.
Oh, that's exactly like her in the second episode. To Viserys, you have dragon riders, send us.
Okay, but don't send the little one by himself.
Very well. Prince Lucerys will fly south to Storm.
No. He's too weird.
Treat with Lord Boros Baratheon. We must remind these lords of the oaths they swore. And the cost of breaking them.
I love this for her. And you know what? We did doubt her because off recording, we were talking about how we missed her reckless side and
no part in any fighting. Swear it to me now. Under the eyes of the Seven.
I swear it.
He is too small. He's so cute.
I swear it.
You're mischief in a cloak.
He is mommy's boy, is what he is. He's a lot like her.
You'll be honored to host a prince of the realm.
If this little boy doesn't make it, I'm gonna have words.
Go to it then.
I'm glad. I thank you for reminding me of that. It's exactly what she asked for, because I think it's nice that she learned.
Is that dragon big enough to fly very far? He's very small.
Little. Okay, he's little. They're both little.
Daemon's like more science project time.
I'm mad at him right now, so I can't speak about him. That was a little too far for me.
Yeah.
We went full abusive husband, and that isn't fun sort of bad.
No, it's not.
If you hadn't been such a dick, we would have really loved to hear you sing.
You ruined it for all of us, Damon.
You ruined everything, you stupid bitch.
That's a big ass dragon.
Yep. Who are you?
It's got like deep sea creature mouth.
Okay, I do kind of like the singing a little bit.
It's not working.
This is for the actor.
Thank you.
Not for Damon.
Exactly.
You can't have two dragons, Damon. Give one to your daughter.
He literally can't.
I'm really stressed about him. Buddy, from the gut, okay? From the gut.
Vhagar.
Bring a message to Lord Boros from the Queen.
So stressed.
Not the thunder and lightning as he turned around.
The Queen.
Yes, firm.
Yet the House of the Dragon does not seem to know who rules it.
Seems like an opening for a Baratheon. Not to get ahead of ourselves here.
Jessa.
Don't look at him. Stay focused.
Yeah. And say that your Lord Grandfather named your mother Queen, and that's all we need to know about it.
The bloody maester.
Can he not read?
I mean, I don't mean to make fun of him, but he should learn.
Yeah.
That seems important. You're not here to fight, little boy.
Remind me of my father's oath. Which one of my daughters will you wed?
Uh-oh.
My lord, I'm not free to
Promise the babies. Promise the baby boy.
be betrothed.
Promise the baby.
So you come
Promise
with
the baby.
empty hands.
Come on.
And tell your mother that the Lord of Storm's End is not some dog that she can whistle up at need to set against her foes.
I know you're like having a moment, sir, but your house is the stag, so you really should have tried to go with like a fawn thing.
Wait. My lord Strong.
Help, 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 help. No, no, no! 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 No!
Did you really think?
I came as a messenger, not a warrior.
Fight would be little challenge.
Just breathe.
Give me your eye, or I will take it, boss. Not in my hall. The boy.
Thank God. You can't read, but you can do something. So mean. I have to stop.
Okay, but literally, how are you the lord of a great house and you can't read?
I, again, don't want to be mean, but it's not like he doesn't have access. Like,
correct.
He's a rich man. He could learn to read. Yeah, you better get up there. Quick, quick! We don't have time for this. Get on your dragon and fly. Oh no, I didn't like what the lightning showed us. He's probably tired too. Oh, dragon's so little. You were right. It's like flying in a small
like the size
plane.
of a horse.
Amen.
You can tell that dude was basically raised by Kristen. Remember when we were really happy for you when you got to fly your dragon?
I think both brothers should have flown together to each place with 2 dragons. An older brother is just more ready, and we probably should have taken the sisters too, like with their dragon. Like all of us fly together. Yeah, smart. You're smart, kid. We love that for you. You can fit in little places he can't. Focus.
So who taught him to speak High Valyrian? No! Oh no!
No!
What was that? God, this is not good. I can't look at him with his stupid little bob right now. I'm...
Tell you about falling asleep on a plane while you're listening to a podcast about House of the Dragon. And then you fall asleep and you miss we're about to start the spoiler talk. And what wakes you up is the host saying, it was amazing how Aemon just said to Luke, you're going to die screaming in a fire just like your father, which is what happens when he and Vhagar burn Luke and kill him. So that was an unfortunately massive spoiler to have spoiled for me 2 weeks ago. I think it's really interesting that they changed the Aemond Luke situation. I thought it was interesting, like watching Arax, that was Luke's dragon, like accidentally start things because he didn't have good control over him, which we saw, but he had to keep like giving him commands. But to make it like the dragons out of the control of the two, the uncle and nephew, so that the whole, like the initial blood is just an accident over like basically having wild horses.
I need to breathe. I was not prepared for the little one to die. I knew obviously that it was likely he was going to die because I kept predicting it in the episode. I don't know why that has made me so mad, but it has made me put out.
It's so frustrating to me because I'm having it spoiled, which because they never, this is the first episode they've bothered to give those boys any character.
Yeah.
So before I even got to know him, I knew he was going to die and probably in this episode. So I just wasn't attached. I'm like, oh, he's cute cannon fodder, you know? So
Yeah.
I didn't really have an experience.
I liked him because I thought it was interesting that he didn't, he didn't want the throne. He wasn't the one that asked to go on an errand mission.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to be Lord of Driftmark. He loved his betrothed. And they were going to have a life together. And everything was going to be fine because I somehow deluded myself into thinking I wasn't watching a Game of Thrones show.
Do you think that now she has to marry the baby? Is she now engaged to the like 6-year-old?
No, I don't know what we're doing with her. I can't talk about that right now. I am upset. But yeah, so there are a few things I hated about this episode. Up until this point, we haven't seen the careless violence against women that we saw in the original Game of Thrones series. And I have really been like proud of this series for doing that and like really being careful and thinking about that. I think it's fine for you to take that character to that place. It's just like not the character that we've seen in the past couple episodes. So it feels like it came out of nowhere. And then also I really don't understand who he is because he's either for Rhaenyra and wanting her, like his whole thing has been loyalty.
Right.
So this is like
to his family,
to the people he cares about. So the fact that like it would make more sense for him to just not listen to her and start the war than for him
That's where I thought we were
like
going.
In the quiet of their bedroom strangle her. I hated seeing it and I didn't like it.
I really hope so. I would get clarity on his character because I feel like they have played their cards so close to the chest with him, doing things like cutting the scene of him comforting his daughters after their mother's death, for example. So it's really left me it's just been really frustrating. The whole first half of the season, he was impotent and it didn't matter who he was with, including like the family member that theoretically is his whole hang up because he wanted to be with her. And then suddenly after the time jump, he's got 2 children and another one on the way, and we never hear of that again. So what was the story? What was the story? What were you telling? It couldn't be he needed to be with the right person because he had that chance. What was it? If your story was Lena was the right person, you certainly didn't show us that story because she had maybe 25 minutes of screen time and we never saw him mourn her death at all. So I don't know what they were doing there. Matt Smith has said in interviews, Daemon doesn't want the throne, which I thought tracked despite everyone around him saying he wants the throne. I was like, great. He doesn't. He's just too proud to explain himself to anyone. So he wants to he just wants somebody to be like, you're my right-hand man. That tracked for me. Him wanting war to prove himself, that definitely tracks. Like that was his whole thing in episode 3 with the stepstones. The only way that scene makes sense is if he understands as Rhaenyra does in that moment. That Viserys never really considered him the heir, which is why he was left out of that important step. And Daemon is lashing out in anger because he wants the throne. That scene only makes sense if Daemon wants the throne, which is not what has been shown to us.
I also just think it was weak. Like, I think all of their attempts to make it as epic as a Game of Thrones finale, I don't really agree with storytelling wise. And honestly, I think this last episode and this episode really only had the material for one episode, and that's why both of them are weak.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely. Yes. Lot of filler, lot of filler, lot of times watching people put little figures on a table, and it was a beautiful table, and I won't take that away from them. I feel like, yeah, it wasn't having one dragon accidentally kill the other dragon, so somebody falls into the ocean, was not worth pushing through all of the character development. Like, this is the end point, not worth missing out on who these people are and understanding them.
No, and I think a huge flaw in doing big time jumps in the second half is that, yes, when our focus is on like kids and teenagers, you know, not a lot is going to change between Rhaenyra being 17 and 21. Okay.
Yeah.
But then missing 10 years of an adult person's life, like from the ages of like 20 to 30 and so on, like you're a completely different person.
Yeah.
You're and that's right now. And we're talking about in a time when you're an adult and can fly off and do your mom's bidding at 14. So,
right.
So I think that is that's why we don't understand Daemon. It's why we really don't understand new Rhaenyra. The only person that I feel I really have a grasp on is Aemond, because both of those actors were phenomenal in doing the work.
Yeah.
And Alicent, because Olivia Cook is doing the work, not because the writing is. Like, those are the only characters I feel like I really have a handle on that are still left in the series.
I still feel like I'm tracking Rhaenys just because.
Oh, that's fair.
Since the very beginning, when she's at that tournament and she's just bitching with her husband and drinking wine and being like, these little suckers have never even fought in a war.
I am interested to see what they do with the next season, because I think they've got a team on board that can really like make this an amazing show and potentially a better show than Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But I am saying now that I think the first season of Game of Thrones is better than the first season of House of the Dragon.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, at the beginning, I wasn't sure.
No. I mean, I agree. I think I enjoy it more than the first season of Game of Thrones. I think it's more fun, but Game of Thrones is that first season is definitely much better plotted.
It's excellent. It's based on
a full book, not like
under
6 pages.
Right.
Yeah. But we spent so much time with those characters over a short period of time, tracking every single moment and every single thought that they had.
Thank you guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our channel. Yes, we're watching Ted Lasso. So get ready for that. And thank you guys for going on this House of the Dragon journey with us. Oh, you may have noticed there's a new little button. You might have noticed there is a new little button down next to the like button and that subscribe button. It's a little heart and it says thanks. That is a way that you can support the channel as we figure out what we're doing with the Patreon. We both work full-time jobs, and as of right now we live on opposite sides of the country, so even filming these videos for you and getting them edited and put on our channel is a lot of work. So the Patreon is slow moving, but we would love for you to show your support if you can by clicking on that button and donating what you can.
Also, Alex is watching Game of Thrones on her own private channel.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are looking for more House of Thrones of Westeros content, from not me, but from Alex, you should click over there onto her channel and watch her watch the show with her roommate. He's watching it for the first time. It's very funny, very good. I think you'll enjoy it.
Thank you, Jessa.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.